Hello there, lovelies. My name is Catherine Rosewood, and today I invite you to take a gentle pause from your busy world and join me as I share a personal story, one that I hope will warm your heart, perhaps make you smile, and gently remind you of the quiet strength and beauty of family. Whether you're sipping tea or simply listening on your walk, I believe you'll find a bit of yourself in my tale. I'm 48 now, and I live in a peaceful little village in the Lake Districta place, where the hills are green, the air is crisp, and the past lingers sweetly in the misty mornings. But today, I want to take you on a journey through my memories back to my younger days and the family who shaped me. Let's begin with my mother. Her name was Elizabeth, and she was the very definition of grace and warmth. She had the loveliest hands, always baking, always stitching, always caring. I remember how she used to make the most divine lemon shortbread when I came home from school. We'd sit by the window, the late afternoon sun pouring in, and talk about everything from my dreams to my daily mishaps. Her presence was a quiet comfort, like a well-loved book on a rainy day. My father, Arthur, was a pillar of strength and dignity, a retired naval officer, brave and thoughtful. He had a commanding voice, but he read bedtime stories with such softness it could lull even the busiest child's mind into dreams. One of my dearest memories is him reading The Wind in the Willows as I curled under thick wool blankets. He's the reason I learned that strength doesn't always need to be loud. Then there was my brother, Benjamin, 2 years younger than me, and full of mischief. He was clever, cheeky, and always trying to outsmart me in chess, which he rarely did, I might add. We spent hours building little towns out of books and playing imaginary games in the garden. Our laughter could be heard down the lane. And my younger sister, Charlotte, 4 years my junior, graceful even as a child. She loved ballet. Every evening she'd practice in our sitting room, twirling about as the radio played classical music. Even now, when I see a dancer, I think of her with fondness. We also had a dog, a charming border collie named Percy. Oh, Percy! He had endless energy and a fondness for chasing butterflies. Every Sunday, without fail, we'd all walk together to the meadow and have a picnic. Percy would dart through the tall grass while we sipped lemonade and shared stories. That was our sacred family Timenophones. No rush, just togetherness. I still recall one summer holiday by the Cornish coast. The sun was kind that week, and we built castles in the sand, swam in the chilly sea, and collected seashells until our pockets were heavy. Mother crafted a sand mermaid, Father photographed every moment, and Charlotte danced barefoot on the shoreline as Percy chased the waves. It was bliss. But life, as you know, isn't always sunshine and shortbread. I remember when we lost our grandfather. He was our storyteller, our historian. He'd sit by the fire, speaking of times long past. When he passed, we grieved deeply. But in our sorrow, we shared his stories once more, honouring his memory. Grief, I've learned, is the price we pay for love, but it also deepens the bonds we share with the living. There was another challenging time when Benjamin fractured his leg during rugby. It was awful seeing him in pain, but as a family, we came together. Charlotte brought him sweets. I read to him every evening, and our parents doted on him with quiet devotion. Those moments, though difficult, reminded me that family isn't just about celebration, it's about showing up, especially when it's hard. Yet, oh, the joyful times returned. Christmas at the Rosewoods was always a spectacle. We'd decorate the old manor with twinkling lights, fragrant pine garlands, and antique ornaments passed down through generations. One year, Benjamin gave me a silver bracelet engraved with the words, "Always home." I still wear it. On birthdays, we often visited quaint amusement parks. Once, for mine, we rode an old wooden roller coaster, terrifying and exhilarating. We laughed until we cried and ended the day with fireworks over the moors. That was the year I truly felt joy in my bones. We also had quieter joys. Evenings spent watching black and white films, a blanket around our shoulders, popcorn in our laps. It wasn't about the movie. Really, it was about being near one another. That's the kind of richness no coin can buy. Now, I live a bit more quietly, but every Sunday I still host family dinners, roast lamb, vegetables from the garden, and stories around the table. It's my way of keeping the heartbeat of our family alive. And lovelies, here's what I want you to take from this. Cherish your people, share the laughs, be there for the tears. And remember, family isn't just blood, it's any soul who shows up for you when it matters most. Thank you ever so much for sharing this time with me. I do hope this story reminded you of your own cherished memories, or perhaps inspired you to create new ones. If it warmed your heart even a little, consider subscribing for more tales, reflections, and gentle encouragements from my corner of the world to yours. Until next time, take care, love freely, and never forget home is not a place. It's the people who fill your heart. Goodbye, my dears.